Hey guys, and welcome back to French's Road Trips. You join us at the lovely Malvern Hills again, where we'll be doing a comparison video of the Freelander 2, having a look at the difference between the XS and the HSE models that are available. I've brought the Freelander 2 brochure along with us so we can go through it and have a look at the different details of the cars, and yeah, just take you for a walk round and have a look at the options which are available. So the first car we will have a look at is Benz. So Benz car, the Freelander 2. So there was many trims available. You had the S, you had the GS, the XS and the HSE. Benz car, the XS model, 2011, it's done 176,000 miles on it. Yeah, brilliant car. Comes with pretty much the same trim as the HSE. As you'll see from the HSE, you do get a few optional extras, and we will go through those with you. So we will bring the HSE round. Now we've got the Freelander 2 HSE, so we've got them side by side. So Benz on the left, you've got the Freelander 2 XS, and then you've got mine on the right, Freelander 2 HSE. Yeah, so let's go through them. So one of the things that you'll get on the HSE that you won't get on the XS, but was available on all models. So with the driver's seat, they all had six-way controls to move the driver's seat, so front, forward, back, up and down. When you then went to the HSE, you then were able to use the memory functions. So if you come on round, so in the driver's seat, you'll have memory controls. You'll have up to 3. In which you can program in any which way you like, which is pretty good, especially if you've got more than one person which drives the car, and you can set it to whichever position you want, including also the mirrors. So the electric mirrors will remember the position of where you record the memory setting on the car. So that's one thing that the HSE has. Let's have a look at the XS. So it's only a little bit less than what we had in the HSE. We've still got our electric seats, 6-way, so up, down, forward, back, all the rest of it. Yeah, so come and take a look. You've still got your 6-way seats, up, down, forward and back. And obviously with the back as well of the seat, that goes back and forward, so 6-way adjustment. So one of the other differences between the XS and the HSE is the lack of, from an XS version that is, of a sunroof, panoramic sunroof, which is what you get in the HSE. So you don't get that in the XS version. Technicals. So the TD4S, the very bog standard of the Freelander 2. So there's a variance, that is, or the trim levels. Yeah, they all came with DPFs from the facelift. We're talking about the second facelift, because there was 3 facelifts of the Freelander 2. So the facelift we're talking about today is the second facelift. So they all started to come with DPFs. Got missed fuel protection device, full-time intelligent four-wheel drive, suspension driving dynamics. What we got under there? We've got roll stability control, anti-lock braking system ABS, emergency brake assist EBA, four-wheel electronic traction control ETC, dynamic stability control DSC, and hill to descent control HDC. So a lot of ABS, EB, ETC and DSCs there. So it's got quite a lot of what makes Land Rover in this car. Wheels are standard. The TD4S come with 16-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels. Locking wheel nuts. Also came with the Land Rover tyre repair system. Exterior lighting, you had the front halogen projector headlamps. Yeah, so you get quite a few basic features on the TD4S. When you then start working your way up the different models and the trims that are available, you then start to get a few little gizmos. So one of the things we're going to compare on the XS to the HSE is the fact that with the XS, so it had everything that the TD4S had, but on the XS you then got, as standard, 17-inch style. So you had the 17-inch style spoke alloy wheels. You had a different interior sort of features available, heated front seats. So you were, in the XS version, you get heated front seats as standard in the XS. That's not something you get in a GS. Comfort and convenience, apparently footwell lamps. So you also get those in the XS as standard. Map reading lights, cold climate pack, so heated windscreen and windscreen washers. I would hope you get windscreen washers in all the models. Yeah, so as you can see, the XS, so this is for the TD4 XS, you get a couple of extras from the GS, which as it comes with, and then from the S. Then you work your way up to the HSE. One of the things that Ben's car has, which didn't have originally, is a spoiler. So that's not something you get with the XS model, as we learned, which explains why some of them do have them and some of them don't. And a lot of people choose to have them added because they just add a nicer look to the car. So yeah, Ben's car XS didn't have the spoiler, but it does now. Wasn't too bad to put on. It was just a case of buying the spoiler separately and then getting a paint shop to spray it for us in the same colour. If we go round to mine though, the HSE, that one had it as standard, which is something you get on the car. So that's already included. What else do we get on the HSE to the XS? Well, one of the other differences is the door mirrors. So the door mirrors on the XS, you didn't have those in body coloured. Those come with plastic trim. When you went up to the HSE, they then went into the body coloured style trim. The wheels, you'll notice both cars are the same. That's because Ben has bought the 18-inch alloys for his car. My car came with these as standard. He's got GoodYear Wranglers on his, and I've got Pirelli Scorpion Zeros on mine. Not too bad, pretty good tyre overall. Have to say though, I have not done a lot of off-roading with this one, so can't really say too much on how well they perform off-road. But on the road, they seem pretty good. So around the front, it's very minor things that are the difference between these cars and the different trims that you get. So on the front you have the headlamp washers. So you'll notice on Ben's, his aren't body coloured. So again, that's because of the XS and the HSE models. You get the body coloured headlamp washers on there. So the fog lamp bezels or surrounds, which way you want to say. You'll notice on Ben's car to my car, you'll notice that those ones are like a silver, Ben's they're a chrome. And these ones, because he bought these are an aftermarket version. Originally they used to be black plastic, so they was not this colour originally. Yeah, what other difference can we notice? So Ben's got the added roof rack on top. That's something which he's added on as an optional extra. Mine's really basic. In fact, actually, if we go around to the back of mine, you'll actually notice I've actually got different rear lights, which is one of the options you can do on these cars. You can change the rear lights on them. So these LED lights came out on the third version of the facelift of the Freelander 2. Pretty simple to interswap. There's things online you can follow, and these have got the updated LED lights on the car. Interior trims. Let's have a look at the trim. Right, if you come around, HSE ones come with Napoli leather. Now you could either have different types of leathers on these. There is literally a whole list of what you could pick. These were options on the GS and the XS, but as HSE, as standard with the Napoli leather. Or the other option for the leather was something called Windsor leather, which was a more higher sort of, what would you say it would be? bit more upmarket leather you could have, which was called Windsor. So again, that is something you could pick as an option on the HSE. Yeah, so different trims, different interior trims, and that's not also including the plastics that you get on the door cars as well. There's actually quite a few different plastics available, different colours. Just going through them now. They come in silver element finisher, black element finisher, dark chestnut finisher, lacquered piano black finisher. I think the list goes on. Yeah, so you can see there, the one in the HSE, that is the Napoli leather. Let's go around to Ben's. So in Ben's, he's got a sort of like a two-tone mix in here. He's got the Napoli leather and Alcantara. So that's the difference on his. Again, these were customizable depending on when the car was purchased and on what trims they wanted. So one of the very small things that you'll get or not get on the XS version, in the back, the rear passengers don't get a middle armrest. So that's something you don't get on the XS. But in the HSE, you get a centre armrest for the passengers, which also includes 2 cup holders and a very sneaky compartment. Another little thing that you get with the HSE that you don't get with the XS, with the seats that is you get the armrests as standard, both driver and passenger. At the XS you get standard FM, AM radio, no DAB on the XS. It is very confused when you have the FM digital button on the radio. People think that that is DAB, but on the XS models that wasn't a standard feature. And it only came with one CD sort of port or holder, as you like. But in the HSE you get same panel as before as in the XS, FM digital, but it's FM, AM and DAB as standard in the HSE, and also including a 6 disc interchanger as well, which is what you get as standard in the HSE models. You'll notice, going from audio, just notice these panels, no difference between the XS and the HSE. Front and rear headlamps, auto lights, main beam, side lights. Yeah, so no difference on those controls. In fact, no difference at all on the steering wheel console either. That's pretty much all the same, apart from the piano black. I think they call it piano black plastic trim you get on the HSE. So that's something included. So this particular page in the brochure caught my eye, and probably will do for many of the laners out there. It gives us a picture, or several pictures, of what this car can do if you was to take it off-road. So it talks about, or it shows us the wading depth, 500mm, which it shows on this picture, I think around right here. That's just a bit further up of the alloy wheel. There's maximum wading depth 500mm, and that's way below that indentation line on the door there. So yeah, a lot lower than perhaps we think it is. Talks about the turning circle, so curb to curb we've got 11.3 meters. Departure angles, you've got that in there. The approach angle 31 degrees, departure angles 34 degrees. Ramp brake over angle, so that's in the middle, 23 degrees. So I suppose that's when if you're laning, you sort of be careful of the ruts and things. Front axle clearance, ground clearance up to 210mm. You get a bit more on the back, 265. So that's a real sort of interesting page, and that definitely caught my eye. A little tour there of some of the differences that you get for going from the XS to the HSE. Following the brochure, there is literally loads I could talk about on this video, but it would be quite a long video. If that's of interest though, and you'd like me to go through some of those options, let us know in the comments, and I'll try my best to go through a bit more of the options available in that brochure. But on the face of it, that's your XS, your HSE. Yeah, we will see you back on the road. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give us a like, drop us a comment, hit the bell icon, get the latest notification, and we will see you in the next video. Cheerio! Ready? So another little thing that you get with the HSE that you don't get with the sorry.